Greetings, I'm Celeste, and today I'm going to be showing you how to defeat the Everdark Sovereign Fulghor, or the Darkdrift Knight, Fulghor Champion of Nightglow. In this video, I'll be covering how I played as Wilder with a team. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing you need to know is that this boss is weak to lightning, so you want to use lightning based things. So these are the relics that I used. I used the Dark Knight of the Baron, which is acquired by defeating the Sovereign Gaping Jaw, so the previous Dark Sovereign. If you didn't get this relic, I recommend this one right here. Pretty much anything that boosts your lightning attack power or your strength and dexterity. The most important relic that you can get is this yellow relic that increases your attack power permanently after defeating the Everjail prisoner. So this is the best relic in the game right now, so get that up there. All of your teammates should have this, and yeah. During this expedition, you will most likely encounter the invasion of Libra, the scale-bearing merchant. I recommend you go for anything that suits your playstyle. To be honest, I took the enhanced armament, which increases your chances of getting something good like Bolt of Gransax. So you want something that is lightning based or anything that aids your team here. So yeah, just wanted to point that out. If you want to skip to the boss fight, use the timestamps down below. But anyway, so on day 1, we pretty much did all of the Everjails that we could. You can also collect new Everjail keys while doing mausoleums and the forts that have the knight at the very top, or the abductor virgin. You can also constantly loot every body you find around the map. This will allow you to increase your chances of finding more Everjails. So it's important to do at least 3+ Everjails, and I recommend 100% Shifting Earth Noclatio, the city, the Eternal City, I think it's called. Anyway, in the city, not only you get an additional chance at life, which if you defeat, Astel, the boss of this area, you get, an additional life. If you didn't know that, you also get the ability to duplicate your armament right before the Black Knife Assassin. If you go to the left, as you see here in the gameplay, this is the route that I always take, okay? This is here, if you want to see the best route to take in Noclatio, the Eternal City, follow this route. But anyway, so usually I go around here. It's a bit dangerous because there's an Astel here, and I take out this Mausoleum Knight. He always drops something really good. Well, almost always. I just ult him and get on with my life. So take his reward, and then you can climb up the wall here, and there will be a Black Knife Assassin. So I like finding the Black Knife Assassin here. She is a great enemy, but she's very easy. So sometimes she drops a legendary armament. You are looking for something that deals lightning damage, like Bolt of Gransax being the best thing, or anything that has innate lightning damage. Okay, not holy. Avoid holy everything at all costs. Alright, you can duplicate your armament here at the left, right before we get the Black Knife Assassin. We did this after we defeated Astel. By the way, this probably isn't open for you. If it isn't open for you, you have to defeat Astel. So just remember where you fought the Black Knife Assassin. Just go left and you will find this right here. I was playing as Wilder, so I was able to duplicate my Sword of Milos. This is one of the best great swords in the entire game because it debuffs the boss, okay? So if you don't get anything lightning, every single time, I don't care what boss you're fighting, Sword of Milos is the best because you are debuffing the boss, which means you will deal more damage. Alright, let's get right into it. Now, we're going to be fighting Astel, and we're going to collect his gift. His gift allows you to have another chance at life. So it's like Wending Grace, but for your entire team. Alright, let's fight Fulghor. After playing this boss fight for 3 runs, I can safely say this is a harder boss than Gaping Jaw in my personal opinion, but of course, that is up to you to decide. Fulghor, the Everdark Sovereign Darkdrift Knight, will start on phase 2, and he will already have his darkened arm that he can use for very long range attacks. He also uses it to slam down when you see him jumping like that, and he will create an AoE attack. If you manage to dodge it, you'll be able to hit him because he will wait around 3 or 4 seconds for you to hit him. And interesting to note though is that when he is charging up an attack, or at any point in time, you can stagger this boss by using heavy attacks. As you can see here, my teammate is constantly doing jump attacks, which is of course building up poise damage. Now the boss will go around and do this lance thing every once in a while. If you stand in the light, if you see light on the ground, that means it will explode, so get away from it, get away from the light. Once again, you want a lightning weapon to stagger this boss easily. As you can see, I'm using the Sword of Milos, which has bleed, and we also have rot and poison, which help immensely. As you can see here, the boss breaks very easily if you have colossal weapons, so I recommend a teammate that has Raider or Wilder. And of course, as always, we want Iron Eye, okay? Iron Eye will be able to use his marking, and the marking also builds more poise damage if you fill up the red X. So if you see the red X on an enemy, the more damage you deal, the more poise damage you will deal. Anyway, on phase number 2, the Darkdrift Knight Fulghor will start spawning clouds that rain down holy arrows, and they chase around each character, each teammate that you have, and yourself included. And after that, he sometimes has like a twin blade twirl like that, and he ends with a slam. It's usually 3, and then on the 4th attack, he lands his AoE attack. He also has a sort of bow, holy bow attack that he does that chases down an enemy. So in your case, you have to run away and sprint. That's how you dodge that. So if you see him pointing at the sky, just start running away, sort of like you did with the Adele Gaping Jaw boss fight when you saw the tornado. Alright. And then on phase 2, he will start doing his twirls a lot more times. And like I said, it's 3 attacks, spinning moves, and then ends with an AoE attack, slam. Look out for many AoE attacks. If you see wind on his weapon, prepare for a wind attack. Once again, the boss will become faster on phase 2, and he will do a nuke attack. So this is his ultimate ability. If you see him start running like that, prepare to run away or dodge at the perfect time. He lands an explosive arrow with a massive AoE, and it tracks, okay? It tracks a player. It goes automatically to a player. So you either have to perfect dodge it, perfect parry it, or just run away as much as possible so you have more time to dodge it from a distance. Anyway, that is pretty much all of the movesets that he did with me. He does the Twin Blade Twirl, once again, 3 attacks and 1 slam. He also does the Earth Shatter, as you saw there, which is a close range AoE attack. You can break this boss very easily if you use Colossal Weapons and if you use your R2 attack, okay, your heavy attack. Your heavy attack is very, very important. If he starts aiming, that's when you need to use your R2 attack. I recommend playing as Guardian as well. With Guardian, you can have a whirlwind attack with halberds when you perform heavy attacks. That seems to break him a lot. Anyway, once again, when Fulghor goes up into the sky slowly like that, he will deal his AoE attack, which is a massive nuke explosion that will deal a lot of damage to many nearby enemies and teammates. Anyway, I'm using Wilder here. I'm kind of panicking, I'm not gonna lie. This is not perfect gameplay, but I just wanted to show you a run with mistakes to show you that you can do it. And yes, the lightning that you can see there is me dodging, creating the lightning. So it's not him. He deals holy damage. So you want lightning. You want to use lightning against him. He does not use lightning against you. He uses holy attacks and physical attacks. So you want to prioritize physical attack power, physical attack damage negation, and affinity damage and absorption. Anyway, the Twin Blade attack, he does 2 or 3 spins and then lands with an AoE attack. Frost is also very heavily recommended in this fight. I personally recommend you'd run Frost and Rot and Lightning. Anyway, double twirl and then lands like that, big explosion. You can perfect dodge all of that, okay? So if you dodge at the correct time, you can avoid all of that. So prepare to dodge 3 times in a row when you see him spinning. Anyway, Totem Stella, very useful here, breaks poise very easily and gives a buff to your teammates. And that's pretty much the Darkdrift Knight Everdark Sovereign boss fight. If you need to rewatch that in slow motion, I absolutely recommend you do so. And so you can learn the moveset and instead of running, 40 minutes each time. Anyway, let's show you what you unlock when you defeat the Everdark Sovereign Darkdrift Knight in Elden Ring Nightreign. So upon defeating the boss for the first time, you get 25 Sovereign Sigils, and you can purchase at the collector's signboard his enhanced relic. That is everything that's new with this update. Of course, this might change in the future, but essentially what his relic does is it increases your maximum stamina, it boosts attack power of added affinity attacks, which means electric, holy, and magic and all of that, and defeating enemies will grant you additional ultimate art gauge, which means your ultimate art will load a lot faster or charge up a lot faster when you defeat enemies. I absolutely recommend you run this relic if you are trying to beat this boss or trying to help other people beat this boss. Anyway, if you found this video helpful or entertaining, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if you need any more help. I always queue up with Password Neon, okay? So group Password Neon, always do 2 or 3 players. 2 players works best. And yeah, if you want to coordinate some more battles together, join us on the Discord server, link in the description down below. Don't forget to assign yourself roles. Check out the Nightreign chat. Ask there, but we're a small community, so don't be surprised if people are not available. I play on PC, so I always queue up with Password Neon. So once again, Password Neon, group Password Neon, and multiplayer Password Neon. I always look for 2 players, but every once in a while I do 3 players, but I recommend doing 2 players. Anyway, I hope you found this video entertaining and insightful. Good luck on your runs. Take care and subscribe with notifications.